Guys, you better be prepared for Regulation D. You better be prepared. Okay, so if you have no idea what's happening, right? Regulation D is being added into ranked on July 1st and it ends on September 30th, okay? Basically, you can use nearly every single Pokemon from Pokemon Home on ranked. Like, you can't use, I don't know, like if you have Arceus, you can't use Arceus on ranked, obviously. Like, you can't use like really like mega OP Pokemon like Rayquaza, Kyogre, stuff like that. But you can basically use like every single Hisuian Pokemon, which I'm very thankful for, because I honestly thought that Game Freak wouldn't do that. Like, I actually thought that Game Freak would like introduce Pokemon Home, let us transfer all the Hisuian Pokemon from like Legends of Arceus, and actually ban them from Regulation D. I'm just really thankful that they actually allowed it, right? But what I didn't suspect is Game Freak actually allowing us to use mythical Pokemon. You thought that the meta was bad now. You thought seeing Fluttermane, Terra Fairy Fluttermane, Dazzling Gleam every single match. You thought seeing Chi-Yu Heatwave every single match. You thought seeing blah 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 Ting Lu, like Wu Chen, Lixi, like you thought all that was bad, okay? You have seen nothing. Game Freak said, hold my coffee. Well, like, I don't know, like hold my just hold it, okay? They added like, what, like 20 mythical legendaries. They added back Landorus. You can use Urshifu. You can use Regidrago, like Regieleki. You can basically use every single legendary Pokemon that isn't a box art legendary. When I say box art, I mean Pokemon that are basically like they're like the main Pokemon of like the generation. For example, like Groudon, Kyogre, Palkia, Dialga, stuff like that, right? If they're mythical Pokemon though, you can basically use them. And I think I have a list like scrolling down across like of the Pokemon that can be used in Regulation D. Yeah, no. If you guys enjoy using off-meta teams like me, like I enjoy using teams that aren't meta, just because I personally have more like enjoyment, just because I hate using the same thing over and over again. But if you're someone like me and you enjoy using off-meta teams, then Regulation C might be the only time where you can actually run off-meta teams comfortably. I mean, like, not even comfortably, because like again, like Fluttermane, all of these like ruined Pokemon are running around. But Regulation D is gonna make Regulation C look like nothing. Actually nothing. Like, honestly, Regulation D is nuts. It is nuts. Are you guys seeing the screen? Are you guys seeing? All of these Pokemon are going to be in rank. They're going to be in rank. Okay, so obviously, like, this sounds like it sounds like I'm hating, okay? But I actually am for this. I'm for it, and I'll tell you why, okay? I don't know if it's only me, but I feel like the meta's kind of stale. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it's just like, compared to like other Pokemon games, I feel like there's like a limitation on the teams that I can build. I don't know, maybe it's the dex cut, or maybe it's just the power creep, because like certain Pokemon on this game are like definitively better than like other ones. I mean, like, it's always been like that in Pokemon. Like, certain Pokemon are just like better than like others. Like, certain Pokemon have more base stat totals than other Pokemon. But like in this gen, it feels like if you are running like the best of the best Pokemon, you just straight up can't win. Like, I feel like Pokemon, like in my opinion, it's a game reliant on strategy. But in Gen 9, it just feels like if you have the better Pokemon, you win. Like, you can't really stop Fluttermane once it gets going. Once Fluttermane Terras into Terra Fairy first turn and he uses Dazzling Gleam, honestly, there's very little play around that. And that's why you see it so often. Like, Gen 9 is just really, really like, I feel like it's really easy to get into Master Ball rank. Like, if you have the correct Pokemon, it's just super easy. Just again, because there's just so many like powerful Pokemon. And for me, someone who enjoys running like off-meta teams, at times it can be hard to compete in the meta. Like, if I'm not using someone that's overpowered as well. So yeah, I guess that's why, like, at times it can be hard to, like, I don't know, make videos or just like think of new concepts, just because they literally, again, Fluttermane, Dazzling Gleam, the one-shots everything essentially. The only way to combat Fluttermane is to use Fluttermane. I mean, like, either that or like Sizzle, just to use Bullet Punch on it. But like, I don't even know. Anyway though, I feel like I'm actually for this, just because it gives more diversity to the game. Like, what, I think this is 61 new lines of Pokemon, which is a lot. That is a lot of Pokemon. Like, 61 new lines. I will definitely take it. And even though the majority of these Pokemon are legendaries, I still think it's good for the game. I still think it's good just because the meta is so dead right now. Like, in my opinion, I just feel like it could be better. And it could be better if there were more Pokemon available, and that's what Game Freak are doing. Game Freak are allowing like 61 new lines of Pokemon to be used in ranked, so definitely a big W there. I think Game Freak allowing us to use his Hisuian Pokemon was the best thing that they could have done, just because you know, like with these Pokemon, like I don't know, with like let's see, like Landorus, Greninja, Cinderace, Urshifu, we've already seen them like in ranked, like in like previous generations, right? But with his Hisuian Pokemon, we've actually never seen them in rank before. So like essentially, they're like brand new Pokemon, right? I mean, like you can use them in like Pokemon Showdown right now and see how they are. But like in terms of like an actual game, like an actual like official Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet will be the first game to introduce his Hisuian Pokemon onto rank. Another thing that I want to mention about Regulation D is that it actually allows for a lot of new strategies to actually be created. Because it's got to the point where if you see like a certain, like, I don't know, like a certain like core of Pokemon, you know what the strategy is going to be. You already know. Why? Because you probably faced that core like 20 times already. For example, in DD and Armourouge. Or I don't know, in DD and like Palafin. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Palafin uses Flip Turn onto Armourouge. Weakness Policy procs. Indeed, he gets switched in. Like, we already know. Like, we basically seen it all. We've basically seen it all. Like, there's no more surprises. At least with Regulation D, there's actually room for actual surprises to happen. And even if it's short-lived, because eventually, like, we'll get used to it, it is still something different. And I think, you know, this game needs something different. Like, honestly, it is becoming way too stale. It is becoming way too. Again, look, I don't know if that's only me, but I just feel like it's becoming way too stale. Like, this update to the game was definitely needed. Okay, I think I've said everything I wanted to say here, so I think I'll end the video here. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.